Hi everyone, I'm Anatole. This is my review of DC Universe's Swamp Thing Episode 1, Season 1, and this is a spoiler-free review, so feel free to watch this if you don't want any of the story spoiled. It is probably no secret to anyone that Swamp Thing is a supernatural creature, and if you've watched the trailer, you're expecting a horror take on the superhero genre, and that's exactly what this episode is. There are a few scary moments. Nothing that will make you want to turn off the TV and not watch the show, but there are a couple jump scares, there's some body horror, so definitely if you felt that there was a promise of a horror show, that promise is fulfilled, at least in episode 1. However, there is other things. The superhero part does not enter into this episode, but there is kind of a mystery slash suspense element to the story. There's even a couple jokes about Columbo. And mentioning humor, they do attempt, it is a serious show with some horror, but there are character moments where the characters are given to talking about their motivations and sharing history, and it's all well done. I wouldn't say that the dialogue is David Mamet sharp, but it's good, and the humor is very light. There are a couple one-liners, but there's no slapstick, nothing to really break the tone. And where there are one-liners and they aren't that funny, it matches the mood or what the character is trying to communicate with another character, so it works. I wouldn't say that it's going to match the writing of Noel Coward, but it does what it needs to do. But we're all here for the big green monster, so are the special effects satisfactory? Do they draw you into the show, or are they poorly done so take you out? They're good. The CGI is good. It's not Hollywood level good, but it's good enough. I didn't watch the effects of the green vines and think to myself that they looked blocky. They didn't look so artificial that I felt that I was just watching special effects. So I was drawn into the show. And the setting of the bayou, of the Louisiana swamps, where the series, the comic book series is originated, lends a mood and an air that you're not going to find in other TV shows, and more specifically superhero shows, because this is a DC Universe show, so people will be coming to this show hoping for that feeling of the superhero story. And this show, I don't think is going to deliver exactly that. It's going to be a little bit different, which is good. That's to its credit. And then finally, I wanted to talk about whether this show is suitable for people who aren't familiar with the character. And it utilizes some of the characters that were created by Alan Moore. So if you know the characters, you will appreciate what they're trying to do with the series. Alan Moore is the writer who created The Watchmen, regarded by many as one of the greatest comic book writers of all time. His run on Swamp Thing is regarded as maybe the best run on any comic book. But I think that this is a beginner-friendly series. When Alan Moore took over, he was in medias res. He was dealing with characters that were created by another writer. If you read the DC Universe's New 52 take on the character by Scott Snyder did not do a reboot with Swamp Thing. He carried on the story that had been started by Alan Moore. So I think what I'm trying to get at is this is probably the best place for someone to start that does not know the character or the secondary characters. I think that's all for now. Take care and be well. Goodbye.